Okay, so Destiny 2 has now released a new thing about build crafting that's going to be happening in Lightfall, and I have read over it, and I have some bullet points I'm going to talk about. So, if you wanted to get the TLDR and a little bit of extra insight from a Destiny 2 player, sit around and, I don't know, shut the fuck up, listen for like 5 minutes. A lot of major announcements were made with this one, but we're going to start tackling things one by one. First things first, let's talk about the loadout system that they teased me over a year ago with. So, new information has come out for that. The new loadout system will be having 10 slots for you to actually work around with, which is completely fair. 10 slots for each character. This is really good. However, I know a lot of you a lot of myself too, has been kind of worried about one important thing. How will this system work with vaults? Apparently, from what I'm seeing on this screen, is that it will pull from the vaults themselves. As long as you have an item in your vault, it will pull them into your loadout wherever you are. You could switch your builds however you need to, which is really fucking nice. If I can't stress enough, having dim go down anytime when Destiny 2 is having good uptime sucks major ass. I cannot stress that enough. So having a system that can reliably pull from the vault system and like allow us just to swap builds on the fly will be amazing going forward. However, another problem I have had with mods and everything was the polarity system. So apparently, armor, polarity, and mods are being done away with. Yes, that means no longer are you required to have an arc shirt to have an arc damage resistance, which is really good going forward, meaning that you can prioritize certain other things inside your build, such as, when you use your like class ability, you can get back bombs and also arc, which is very good. Not perfect, but this is really good. No longer will I have to constantly swap around the stupid little fucking system that involves me having to just grab and drop of arc, or today I'm feeling kind of solar spicy. Oh no, feel like doing a tumble-wumble with the void today. Gotta fucking spend an upgrade module and 10k. Fucking glimmer, hope to God I actually fucking fully modded my shit. But this is really good. The polarity system has been old and antiquated and has not been functioning properly. Or not even functioning properly, has not been functioning to how players need it to for a while now. So this is very good going forward. Thank you, Bungie, for agreeing that the fucking polarity system was stupid, antiquated, and useless. Speaking on mods, however, apparently combat style mods will no longer be a thing. Instead, now they pull from a new system called Armor Charge, and the information on it's a little bit loose in the understanding of it, but the way I'm reading it is there are ways to receive an armor charge. The way they gave an example for it was taking charge, which was the mod to pick up an orb of power to then, give yourself charge with light, which also means the charge with light system is no longer existing. And most of the elemental wells have also been axed as well, but we'll get to that. Normally armor charges can be stacks from 0 to 3, but with a certain chest mod, you can have up to 6. Meaning there is now going to be a more direct way of charging yourself with power. So we'll have to see how the armor charge system is going to be working going forward. Some of the more elemental wells have also been axed as well to make orbs of power. So orbs of power might be way more common now. Keep an eye on the siphon mods, baby. You know how that shit goes. One more thing. Apparently, there's also going to be a change when it comes to weapon-type mods, such as God-Slaying Warheads. Before, it was a buff to rocket launcher damage, but now it's going to be a damage type and not a weapon type. Meaning, most likely, if you put on, say, the replacement for God-Slaying Warheads, which is an explosive damage maker, you would probably just do more damage with any explosive weaponry you have, such as grenade launchers and or RPGs. Maybe even Grand Overture could benefit from that since it also has explosive damage. So we shall see. Who knows? This is good, though, because it means that you can do more than just have a rocket launcher and pray to God. Artifact perks are now a thing, or you're going to be a thing going forward, versus artifact mods that don't need to be slotted in. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure if we're going to have persistent perks throughout the entire season, or if it's going to be something you could just decide you want to have or not. Needless to say, The artifact system with mods is no longer going to be in effect anymore. So goodbye to you, armor mods. I will not miss you for being blue and being obnoxious as fuck to look at. I will miss you fondly, but at the end of the day, I'll be fine. What's going to happen to champions? It seems going forward that Bungie has decided that class abilities, such as Polarity, will matter heavily when it comes to dealing with champions. Right here it says that barriers affected by Solar, Void, and Strand. Overload is Arc, Stasis, and Void. Unstop is Arc, Solar, Stasis, and Strand. So I'm just saying, fuck Unstoppables, am I right? But it seems that we're going to be more focusing on our class's intrinsic abilities rather than praying to God that we magically get the hand cannon Unstoppable mod to work. Thankfully, Bungie has now started to change how the menu UI looks as well. Apparently, you can now mod the armor with the guns around the same area. No longer are you having to jump around constantly to find the guns and armor you need, closing in and out of every single armor piece constantly. Meaning you could just do all your modding in one screen, which is going to be great. I'm going to be real with you. I think it's going to be awesome. Speaking of weapons, match game is going to be removed, which is very surprising. I was not expecting a match game removal from anything, but the way that they're going to be dealing with match games removal is apparently we're going to be changing how we're dealing damage to shields, which I'm fine with this. Match game was more of an annoyance, like a bump in the road when it comes to playing Destiny 2 in-game content. So this is great. Thank you, Bungie, for getting rid of an annoying thing. I really appreciate this. However, I am curious to see how you're going to make us deal with, the big old shields. However, to tie everything up with a pretty bow, we need to talk about the Elemental Well system. It's being removed. With the combat mod system no longer being in place, we can't have ways of producing elemental wells, which is a shame, but it's all good. Don't worry, honey. Bungie's got a plan. Bungie has given us new things called ionic traces, but on steroids. Every single class will now have their own brand of elemental wells they can produce, doing God knows what. Ionic traces are for arcs still, little light dudes you shoot. They come running at you, you become charged, and then you start killing shit. But apparently now we have Fire Sprite, Void Breaches, Stasis Shards, and apparently something new for Strand. This is going to be really nice because elemental wells have been so nice to mess with, and having that kind of perk back to just the build itself, allowing players to not really worry too much about how do I make this build work with like 5 or 7 different fucking void wells. I'm glad. I'm very excited for this. My only concern right now is what's gonna happen to the best fucking mod in the game. What's gonna happen to my finisher Wellmaker, Bungie? Tell me what's going to happen. Am I going to lose my finishing Wellmaker? I can't fucking use Severance Enclosure anymore with fucking Arc bullshit and then have 2 bad boys? Stack on 2 more? Boom. 6 fucking Arc Wells? Bungie, I need you to do me a favor. Do not let finishing Wellmaker die. I need this for every class. It's very good and very funny. Please, I need this. Do not fuck me on this, Bungie. I am begging you. I need this mod in my life. If I do not have this mod in Destiny 2, I will cry. Because there's no reason not to have me make stupid wells with fucking finishing people. Please, Bungie, I am begging you. Give it to me. Please, I need this. Anyway, so if you're someone who's been burnt by the mod system, tired of champions and that mod system along with it, armor polarity, hell, even how unintuitive the UI is sometimes, Destiny 2 seems to be going forward in a direction where it's going to be changing these factors. This is the biggest change I've seen in Destiny for a while, and I'm very excited to see this coming. I recommend, checking out the top yourself. Link's going to be down below. Check it out. It might cover more. It might be given more in depth than what I'm giving because, I'm going to be real. I'm kind of just really excited about this, and I wanted to make this before I lost my excitement. But Lightfall's looking good. I am excited for it. I cannot wait to see what happens in the next month or two.